In a letter dated 4th August 2023, the Minister of Trade, Francis Mwebesa, dismissed the UNBS Executive Director, David Livingstone Ebiru, following his admission before a probe by the National Standards Council into his alleged misconduct, mismanagement and misappropriation of funds. The National Standards Council had, in a special meeting held last week, established that Ebiru had misappropriated funds that caused financial losses to UNBS.
For UNBS, where it questioned the payment.
For instance, Ebiru is said to have admitted to withdrawing and spending non-tax revenue funds totaling to 11.5 billion shillings, which he was required to remit to the consolidated fund. He also reportedly admitted to having spent 285 million shillings that was deposited by traders and businesses as security. This act, according to the National Standards Council, was against the advice and guidance of the Accountant General. Ebiru is also reported to have admitted to making several cash withdrawals without the authorization of the National Standards Council and the Treasury. He also reportedly failed to discipline 5 staff members who caused financial loss to UNBS, amounting to at least 9 billion shillings. The National Standards Council also accuses David Livingstone Ebiru for denying having been investigated and found culpable by the IGG for the misappropriation of funds meant for the fuel marking project. Ebiru last month told members of parliament on the Committee on the Commissions, Statutory Authorities and State Enterprises (COSASE) that he offered a 100 million shillings bribe to his supervisors to retain the job. He would later withdraw his allegation.
Are you confirming to this committee that you bribed board members with 100 million shillings?
I was asked by the chair, and I must do the needful to cool down what is going on.
And you gave them 100 million shillings?
Yes, sir.
Where did you get the 100 million shillings from?
I borrowed the money.
So this was personal money?
Yes, sir.
And you handed it over to who?
Through the representative of the chairman, one of the board members here, Mr.
Omar.
He came to my office and picked it from my office.
Was it cash? It was in what?
Cash.
Cash. In a bag? In what exactly?
In a bag.
The National Standards Council has now observed that this act has adversely eroded Ebiru's moral standing to hold such an important responsibility of the office of the Executive Director. Trade Minister Francis Mwebesa says Ebiru's admission of bribery under oath and attempting to withdraw such an allegation has caused grave injury to the reputation of the UNBS chairman and members of the National Standards Council. The minister has now dismissed David Livingstone Ebiru from his position as the Executive Director of UNBS with immediate effect.
So you're saying you borrowed this money and you're giving it to them for what? To cool down what exactly?